Impact Plus. Experience Impact Wrestling like never before.
I would say that my brother and I met Sami in 2006, 2005, 2006. I've known Sami since he was in high school, I believe. One of the first road trips we went on, I had just bought a brand new SUV. It was a Ford Explorer, and I pull over. We went, got some drinks or whatever, and I go, "Okay, Sami, here you go. Here's the keys." Handed him the keys. Turns it on and floors it. He's going up the on-ramp and almost rear ends a semi. I was like, "Pull the fuck over, bro. Get the fuck out of my car." Yes, always. He's always sporadic. Don't know where he's gonna go. He's gonna go this way, that way. Sami, but that's Sami. That's Sami Callihan in a nutshell.
Dave Chris brought me in. I started training with Dave and Jake, and then during our training, Sami got his release from WWE and moved back to Dayton. First time I met him, I was like, "Oh wow!" So like, all of the stories are true. You know what I mean? Like just the super intense dude who just loves wrestling.
We're a very tight-knit group as far as, you know, the Ohio guys go. Like, we all want to see each other succeed. We all want to see everyone sharing the success. And I think that's part of the reason why, like, you know, we've pushed so hard and we've done so much to help cultivate so many different young talents.
Yeah, we're all like pretty close. I actually remember the first time I met Sami, like the very first interaction. I was walking into the venue and Sami was walking out, and I was wearing the Ohio is for Killers shirt, which is what OV was originally. Like he looked at the shirt, looked at me, it was just like, "You one of Dave's boys?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "I could tell."
You're asking a stoner to remember things, and that's very hard to do. Hopefully you guys keep these candid things in here too, because I remember the day that he showed up at Rockstar Pro, one of my last shows before I moved down to Florida, and he grabs me around the neck and he says, "I'm gonna take care of you." And ever since then, he has, 100% has. And mentor is kind of a hard word to put on somebody, because in wrestling you end up taking on people's personal problems as well, outside of just in-ring performance. He's helped me kind of grow as a man and figure out things. And Sami is somebody that I definitely hold very near and dear to my heart, even though he's absolutely batshit crazy.
Dog, I gotta sit here!
I got it. It's gone. Switch the chair out.
It's gone.
Switch the chair out.
I just sat in it.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dip spit in his hand. You remember fucking spilled it on the chair right before we got to do treehouse thing. And we had to sit in the chair.
I missed.
Come here.
Look, and it's still on the side. Get a zoom in on that.
Ew.
The worst dip incident ever, though, still. Me and Adam Cole, CZW. I was like, I had a bottle without the cap on, and I had a kendo stick. I was like, "Oh yeah, you swing the kendo." And it just, the whole bottle just, he looks up at me, he goes, "Go away." I was like, "Man." He's like, "I'm not mad because I've done the same shit with people. Go away right now." I'm feeling good for the most part. I thought I'd feel a lot rougher, but 5 days removed from getting pretty crazy with the Machine Brian Cage, got to be in a steel cage match. But at the end of the day, this doesn't feel real. For the last 2 years, the entire roster has busted our ass to get to the point where we are, but it never felt like we were doing those big things that we were destined for. We weren't getting the coverage that we all believed we deserved. And now, like, seeing this new entranceway, seeing the coverage we're getting on Access, seeing the blowback for Bound for Glory and all the rave reviews, feels like we're superstars finally. We are stars that we deserve to be. We bust our ass to get to this point. I've been in a lot of crazy matches in my career, but every time I'm in a steel cage match, it worries me. Steel cage matches are hard. They're hard on you, they're hard mentally, they're hard physically, and every single time I've ever had to do one in my career, it's always in the back of my head, like, what can I do to make this one stand out? What can I do to make this one better than the last match I'm in? After having the positive reviews that I had from Bound for Glory, I know this one has to be equal or over top what we did at Bound for Glory, or people are going to be let down. That might be my biggest fear in wrestling, is letting people down. I never want to be that guy. I never want to be someone that's underwhelming. I care too much what people think. I care too much what my peers think. I put too much pressure on myself to go out there and make everything perfect. And when it's not perfect, it gets to you. It sits on you. It weighs you down for week and week and week and week and week. So you finally have that other moment to kick that one out of your head.
Steel cage is hurt. There's not a lot of give. If you look, that's hard. I have been more cut up and more bruises. I've had a scar from when the cage cut me from the top, when you're not even trying to climb over it. If you look at it, these are open screws, man, that if you're getting thrown into it, it's something called science. It's force, it's weight, it's gravity. You take years off of your career / your well-being in life when you get inside these things. And I'm happy tonight, it ain't me for once.
Worst part of the day is putting the gear on and everything else. He saw me. He saw me. He knows. When I really look back at things, I want that perfect match, but it's something that doesn't just come. It's something that I'm always chasing. It's always a goal to myself. It's always something that makes me who I am, to the point that I'm always like, what can make this better? What can make this one better? How could this be perfect? It's that drug that you're chasing, the feeling of being perfect. I don't know what the perfect match is, because I've never had one. There's always something that I hate about every single match I've ever had. Today, just like Bound for Glory, it's one of the biggest matches in my career. To be at the point where management and the Impact Wrestling executives say, you know what? On our very first episode of Access, which has to be knocked out of the fucking park, and then put that on my shoulders and expect a certain thing from me, that's exactly all I've ever wanted.
It's like a surreal feeling when you're in there and you're behind 4 walls of steel and you're in the ring and just feeding off of the energy. You feel all of the pressure, but you also have all this adrenaline, like you're just ready to fuck shit up. So that's the best I could describe it. And with Sami, like, has so much intensity and adrenaline with everything that he does. He makes every little thing mean something.
I got a cage match, and then I got another match at the end of the night. So, plus pre-tapes, plus photos, plus interviews. Like, today has been a busy one.
The intensity that he brings to the ring is something that, like, you don't really see too much anymore out of people. You know what I mean? And like, it's genuine. You believe him, and you feel his energy.
It is real, and he backs up everything, and that's not something that I feel a lot of people actually bring to wrestling. You know, there's a lot of pretenders, and I'm not saying I'm tougher than the next guy, but I mean, like, Sami's just a real dude, if I've ever known one to be inside of wrestling.
Honestly, he probably would die in the ring. That's the kind of person he is.
Introducing first, the challenger, representing OBE. He is the Callihan Death Machine, Sami Callihan. His opponent, from Chicago,
you think that like getting to Impact, like, oh, this is the feather in the cap for you. No, there's work to do once you get inside of here. And a lot of guys, they get signed and they're just like, oh, I'm here now, you know, like that's it. Like the moment he showed up, he didn't think of himself like as a bottom guy. He always saw himself as a star, and that's what you have to if you want to like hold that position. And he put himself in that position.
I kind of gave him his space because a lot like at Bound for Glory, he kind of just broke away and went and sat by himself. So, but this time I was like, no, I'm gonna go talk to him. He's just like so hard on himself, and I know that look. Like he hates everything he does, and it's never good enough for him, and that's insane to me, and it's insane to anybody who's ever worked with him. Sami Callihan is the Impact World Champion. I can't believe it. Like it's like all of his hard work is finally paying off.
Him winning it, just unbelievable. I'm so proud of him right now. Like, I'm just kind of hoping that he's okay. I'm trying to just focus on that, but absolutely amazing, breathtaking.
It's awesome. He deserved it, man. Legit. If there's anybody in this business that deserves something, Sami deserves that and more. That was awesome.
I smashed my fucking arm in that cage. So hard, I was like, that motherfucking cage hurts. That cage hurts.
Congrats, brother.
Thank you. Can't chill and relax on it because you got a bunch more work you got to do. The day of Sami Callihan never ends. It's always just go, 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 go. And that's I feel like that is a big problem in wrestling. Like, you have something that should mean a lot, but you don't have a lot of time to like sit back and reflect on it because you got to go right to the next town. You got to go right to the next thing. It's validation. Guys like me aren't supposed to win that. It's not so much as something to me that like, yeah, I'm the world champ. No, that's a piece of the puzzle that says I'm that fucking good and I worked my fucking ass off for it. The horrible people online that want to hide behind a keyboard can kiss my ass at the end of the day because I just became the Impact World Champion. I want to be the top wrestler on this planet. Any company. I want people to look at me and go, Sami Callihan's the one that made the Impact Championship. The championship didn't make Sami Callihan.
My lip does hurt just because it's there. Whenever I talk, move my mouth, whatever. But no, everything else is still kind of just the adrenaline's still cooling down. So like I don't really notice it too much. I'll go back, shower and whatever, relax, and I might feel it more tomorrow morning. But yeah, though we can't say that I can't take a pile driver though. I took about 17 of them.
Like to say it's this business, but it really isn't just this business in life. The newer generation feels like they are entitled to everything. They don't need to work hard. Everyone's equals. I do believe everyone's equals, but I also believe that people work hard should be given more. You should be rewarded for the hard work you put in, not for just being there. Because when I got into wrestling, like, people were horrible human beings. People treated me like absolute dog shit. And like, I'm not that type of person. I don't treat people like dog shit. I'm also the type of person, if you work hard for me, I'm gonna work hard for you.
Put your hands together for my best friend and new Impact World Champion, the 12, Sami
biggest pet peeve I have right now is on social media. No one can just be happy for anyone else. It's always what this is doing wrong, what we do better, why this person's a piece of shit. Like, let people live their lives. Not everyone's always good and not everyone's always bad.
Cause, I hate to say it, but we told you so. I told you from day one that the draw Sami Callihan was gonna walk out your Impact World Champion.
I think if I give myself permission to just enjoy something, that's when I'm gonna become complacent. Nothing's ever gonna be good enough for me. And I had a long talk with a very good friend. He's like, oh, you're world champion, like, you should be extremely happy. You should be, like, what's the thing gonna be that's gonna make you truly happy and feel like everything's worth it? Nothing. That's just the kind of person I am. I'm a goal-oriented person. I set goals, I reach those goals, I set more goals. I hate to say it, like, I don't really have a family anymore. Like, my family is the people that I meet on the road and the people that I hold dear to my heart. That's why I wear my heart on my sleeves. Dave, Jake, Chris, Madman Fulton. We may not always get along, but I'd still bust my ass for them, and I'd always make sure that they're doing okay. That's my family. Blood doesn't equal family. I have 2 brothers. That's all I have. My parents both passed away. I didn't get to go to my mother's funeral because I was over in Germany and my dad told me not to come home, that mom would be pissed if I came home. And then I was down in developmental and my dad passed away. And instead of going home and like being with all that, my dad sent me a text message the day before he died and told me to stay and do my job and keep busting my ass and living my dream. Like, I don't have family. I have myself, I have Jess, and my 2 brothers. So just having my oldest brother be there and see me like wrestle in the main event of a pay-per-view, and I sent him a picture after I won the championship. He sent me one of the best text messages I've ever got, because with mom and dad not being around, he's the one person that I wanted to make proud. And I've done that, but I didn't do it just for him, I did it for myself. I quit worrying about always appeasing everybody, because at some point I have to appease myself, and I think I'm doing a damn good job of that. People don't need to know all my goals. People don't need to know everything I do. Like, I'm not the first person to go out and say every single person I've helped in this business, because I don't do it for that reason. I do it because people work hard, they deserve to be rewarded for it, and I bust my ass for people like that. I'm never gonna be that guy to just rant and rave like, I did this, or I did this for you, you should do this for me. No, I do it because I'm a good person, I'm a God-fearing man, and that's the way it should be. Awesome. No problem, I got fired up, I'm sorry.